Welcome to
Nay.
Do it.
Channel Everyone. This is episode 2020-60404. Okay, so today we are diving into something called the SEAL framework. It is for making synthetic data in 6G networks. JJ, you are our AI storyteller. Can you set the stage for us? Why is this even a problem?
Absolutely, Isabel. Think of 6G as the ultimate nervous system for smart cities and self-driving cars. It needs to be incredibly smart and fast. To be that smart, it needs AI models. And to train those models, it needs massive amounts of data.
But here is the catch. You cannot just flip a switch and have a full 6G network to collect data from. It does not exist yet, so researchers are stuck. They have a chicken and egg problem. No network to get data from, no data to train the AI to run the network.
So they make synthetic data, like a flight simulator for AI. But I have heard synthetic data can be problematic.
That is the core issue. You are right. If your simulator has blind spots or biases, the AI learns those flaws. It is like training a pilot in a simulator that never has bad weather. They will not be ready for a real storm.
Exactly, current methods lack audit trails. You cannot prove where the data came from or if it is fair. And they often do not match real-world complexity. This is a huge risk for compliance and for building trust.
So SEAL is the proposed solution. What makes it different? Break it down for me like I am a smart 10-year-old.
Of course, imagine building a model car. The baseline is just the chassis and wheels. SEAL adds two crucial modules. First, an ethics module built right into the design. It constantly checks for bias and unfairness as the data is being created.
And it keeps a detailed logbook, a standardized audit trail. This means you can show a regulator exactly how the data was made, what checks were run. It maps the process to legal requirements, by design.
That is the auditable part. What about closing that reality simulation gap you mentioned?
The second module is a federated learning feedback system. This is clever. You take the synthetic data and use it to train a small AI model. Then you send that model out, not the data, to real, small-scale 6G testbeds.
Those testbeds use their own private, real data to calibrate and improve the model. They send only the model updates back, not the raw data. This preserves privacy. The aggregated insights then flow back to improve the original data generator. It closes the loop.
So the synthetic data gets smarter and more realistic by learning from real-world whispers, without ever seeing the actual secrets. That is elegant. Did it work?
The results are promising. They measured quality, fairness, and usefulness. SEAL produced higher quality data, better statistical similarity to real data. It significantly reduced bias in outcomes. And AI models trained on SEAL data were more accurate.
It validates the approach. For the first time, you can have a framework that generates the data you need for 6G AI. That is also fair, transparent, and ready for regulatory scrutiny. It is a step towards responsible, trustworthy AI-native networks.
Wow, so it is not just about making more data. It is about making better, more responsible data. Building the ethics in from the very first line of code. That feels like the only way forward for something as big as 6G.
It has to be. The scale and impact of 6G are too large to rely on black boxes. Frameworks like SEAL move us from just talking about ethics to engineering it into the system.
Precisely. It turns principles into a practical, implementable pipeline. That is the real breakthrough.
Thank you both. That was incredibly clear. And thank you for watching, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you.